Alright guys, I'm going to show you how to open up Pivot. Pivot is going to be our animation program that we're going to be using. Again, we're going to be doing cell animation and we are going to animate a stick figure. Well, if you look on your desktop, you have this program right here that says Pivot. You just need to double click on it. And then if you get this error right here, just click OK. And that will open the program. Now that we have Pivot open, I'm going to show you a couple of things. Let's go ahead and maximize your window right here. And you've got your workspace here. One nice thing that they did is you can use this middle dot right here. It's sort of a different color. It's slightly orange. That will let you move your stickman around. All of these other red dots will help you position his body. Okay. Now if you see this 100 right here, you can change that and you can reduce his size. So if he was like really far away from you, you could maybe like set him to like 25. And if he started to move closer to you, you could move it up to 50. And if he got real close to you, then you could do 75. And then really in your face, you could do 100. You can even take it higher than that. You could do 200. 500. You got to keep in mind though that 100 is about the right size for the work area. Okay, so that's how to change his size. This area right here. Again, this is moving him around, this little orange button, and then these red circles here adjust his body. One of the requirements for this project is you are going to have to search for a background image to bring it into the Pivot program, and that background image that you find from the internet is going to need to be a part of your stickman animation, and your stickman is going to have to interact with that environment or that picture that you choose. So I'm here at Google Images. I'm going to type in the word parkour spot because I'm going to do, my stickman is going to do parkour. Your stickman might do cheerleading or martial arts or breakdancing or whatever stylized movement that you think of as more than likely be okay. Now I'm actually going to go see if I can open this image up in the new tab and see if I can get see how small that is. I'm not liking how small that is, so I might go grab another one. This one's pretty big. So I can tell that it's big because here are the pixels right here. So I'm going to see if I, yeah, that's huge. So I'm going to save that, and I'm going to just save it to the desktop. You might want to save it to your student folder, okay? But for me, for right now, I'm just going to save it to the desktop, okay? I'm going to go to the Pivot program, and I am going to go up to File. I'm going to type Load, click on Load Background, and then I'm going to pick this picture right here and bring it in. It says, would you like to set the animation dimensions to the dimensions of the image? I'm going to say yes. Okay. So you see this environment is great because it's huge. Okay. So we've got a background now. That's good. Okay. So now we have our background and we have our stickman ready to go. Now we're going to have to start our animation and have our stickman interact with the environment. Well, we need to add a frame first, so I'm going to go over here to make my first frame, and I'm going to click Next Frame. Okay, so that if you hover over it, it says Frame 1. So that's my first frame. Well, I'm going to double click Next Frame, okay, and it adds more frames. So I have Frame 2 and Frame 3. So now I'm going to select Frame 2, and I'm going to slightly move it. And do you see the shadow here on Frame 2? Or this shadow right here, we're on Frame 2 right now, but the shadow is from this frame right here. So that will help you see what happened in the previous frame. It's called onion skinning. So like when you peel back an onion, there's many layers. Well, you can see the layer behind. Okay, and like cell animation, you would see the cell that was before. So we sort of have the shadow that we can see from what happened before. Well, if we go here to frame number 3, you're going to find that you got that same shadow here, and your guy, we're going to kind of make him move a little bit more. Maybe he's about to jump off of here. Okay, so here's frame 3. So let's play what we've got. So it's looping continuously, and it looks like he's lurching or leaning forward to jump. So I'm on frame 3. I'm going to click next frame, and you notice how it's blank here. I'm going to just click it again, and it fills it in. So that's frame 4, and maybe he's gonna like flip into the hole here. Okay. Okay, so that is frame number 4. I'm going to just continue this process. I clicked it, it made a blank area, now I'm going to click next frame. Now I have frame 5. And maybe he's fallen in, and as he's fallen, he's doing a flip. Okay? And this whole process is cell animation. This is what this is. So here's frame 5. I'm going to click next frame, and I've got frame 6 now. Okay? So maybe this is coming down a little bit more, and his legs are going up again like that. Okay, so now I'm on frame 6. I hit next frame. There's a blank spot. I click it again. Now I have a frame 7. I bring this down some more. Maybe he's starting to, his legs are starting to go like this. I'm going to click next frame again. Now I'm on frame 8. Maybe his legs will be kind of going like this now. So you really just kind of keep going. Just keep adding frames. And that is sort of the process of cell animation. It takes time, but it's a really cool way to animate stuff. Okay, so I'm going to press play and see what I got. So you can see it looks like he's flipping into the little pit here. And that's kind of what we're going for. So each little frame, stuff just kind of changes subtly, okay? So that's this process is making these subtle changes for every frame. So you find your last frame that you had, you click next frame, and you give a new frame, and then you make a slight change to the one before, or to that one that just come after. And this little shadow represents what came before. And this, when that starts looping through there, it's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It continuously loops. You're going to see this animation come to life.